going to the Philippines, I always felt like it was happier. It's just simpler compared to in Singapore where everything is so fast, everything is so stressful.
Meet Kynna, a Singaporean who has been living in the Philippines for more than a year now. Based in Manila, she opened a restaurant serving authentic Singaporean food. In this video, she shares what she loves about the Philippines, why she started the restaurant abroad, and whether she feels Singaporean or Filipino. I'm Josh, navigating life abroad. What's your name and where are you from?
So my name is Kynna. I'm born and raised from Singapore.
And when did you move to the Philippines?
I moved to the Philippines last year, January.
And what made you move to the Philippines?
So the Philippines, I think we saw a lot of opportunities. In Singapore, the food and beverage industry is so saturated right now. So it's hard to stand out. But I feel in the Philippines, it'll be easier to stand out because, there's a lot of things that we still can do. Yeah. So Mark and I, we've both been in the F&B industry for a very long time in Singapore. So we might as well do our own thing.
Why the Philippines in particular? Why not Thailand or Vietnam?
I think because Philippines is home to my husband. So he's Filipino. So yeah, and it's also closer. It's not like it's very far away. And we've already had a life in the Philippines. So we have friends here, we have family here. Yeah, it's just easier. So I'm half Filipino. My mom is Filipino. So growing up, I have been to the Philippines. So I went to Bacolod. So my mom is from Bacolod. Other than that, after I met my husband, we try to come back every year to meet his friends, his family. Yeah. You'd be surprised. I only started learning Tagalog when I met my husband. So it's been like, 10 years of Tagalog. But other than that, I would always hear my mom speak her language, which is Ilonggo. So while learning Tagalog, it was always a little bit confusing. Like I always thought the Philippines had only one language. So I would always mix up like Ilonggo and Tagalog. But I'm okay now. I'm okay now. Mandarin is my second language. But I rarely speak Tagalog to my mom. Mostly to guests.
Can you say a sentence in the languages that you speak?
So for Chinese, so 我是新加坡人，我刚刚搬来 Philippines. I basically said I'm Singaporean. I just moved to the Philippines.
How about Tagalog?
Tagalog. Singaporean ako. Naka-move lang ako sa Good enough. Yeah.
So it's mostly English.
Mostly English, but if it's like a simple Tagalog conversation, I'm still okay. But if people speak a little too fast, or if they use really deep Tagalog, then okay. Like you hear me going ha ha ha, then I probably don't understand what you're saying.
When you first went to the Philippines, what was your first impression of the country?
As a kid, I would always say it's very happy, like going to the Philippines, because we're in Bacolod, so it's a bit more rural than like the city life. I always felt like it was happier. It's just simpler compared to in Singapore where everything is so fast, everything is so stressful. It was just slower.
And speaking of comparing Singapore and Philippines, Singapore is notorious for being one of the most expensive countries in the world.
It is, yeah.
While the Philippines is not as much. So how much of a factor was the cost of living when you moved to the Philippines?
I feel definitely it depends on how your standard of living is, but it's pretty much almost the same. It's less, but it's almost there.
And another advantage that Singapore has is it's also one of the safest in the world.
It is, yeah.
So how do you feel about your safety in the Philippines?
So far, it's been pretty safe, but I still try to be very aware of my surroundings because, growing up, I'm not been used to the situation in the Philippines. I'm used to everything being safe, leaving my wallet on the table, going to grab a drink and my wallet's still there. So coming here, I've been very aware. It's not like I would look around and be like, oh my gosh. It's more like, okay, I need to be aware of my surroundings and all that.
You moved to the Philippines with your daughter and your husband. And knowing that you would also be leaving a couple of your friends and family in Singapore. So how prepared were you?
I think I was pretty prepared because, Philippines is not that far away. So if let's say there's any important events, we can always fly back. It's only like 3 hours away and we stay in touch quite a lot. Like with the technology now, WhatsApp, we get a message almost every day. So it's not like I'm missing out big time. unless, yeah, it sucks. Like some birthdays I can't attend, but it's okay.
Did you come to the Philippines primarily for F&B purposes?
So we came to the Philippines. We already knew that we want to open a cafe because, it's definitely cheaper to set up a business in the Philippines. So every time my mom and dad would come visit us in the Philippines, we would always bring them to eat Singaporean food. And then my dad would always say, "Oh, something is missing." So my mom and my dad, they used to own a chicken rice stall in Kranji in Singapore when I was a little girl. So we decided, okay, might as well let's do both together. We already had the coffee machine at home. Everything was ready for a cafe. So chicken rice, good coffee, good service. Yeah, so we decided to do that October. Then we constructed November, we opened December. It was a very fast process.
And while you're living here, when you're not running the business, what are some habits that you picked up in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, so my husband and I, we love to drive around. So we would bring our kid around. We'll go to Tagaytay, just go always out of the house. Because in the Philippines, it's a bit more different than Singapore or anywhere else. Like there are parks and everything to go to. Here, it's a bit different. Like there's not much parks. There's not much outdoor activities unless you go really, really far out. So we try to bring her out always. Yeah.
How about the food?
Food, oh, we love to try different food because in Singapore it's like a melting pot. You get everything so easily. Here it's not quite the same. Like you can't get Indian food anywhere, or it's not as easy accessible as in Singapore. So we would always try to find good Indian food, good Vietnamese food, good Japanese food, Korean, Mexican. Yeah, we try to try all the food that we can here in the Philippines. Yeah.
That's really awesome to hear. How about making friends in a new country? What was that experience like?
Before moving to the Philippines, we already had friends here, but making new friends, I would say opening Flock has really opened that door for me. And it was so surprising because a lot of our guests, the regular guests, has become really, really good friends. So in like the past 6 months, my daughter has made really, really like good friends who are just like regular guests of Flocks. Like now they would FaceTime if they don't see each other, or they would come by and like, oh, Khalil's not here. So yeah, it's been really nice. Like the community of CF Homes has been really, really welcoming. And yeah, we made a lot of friends through our regular customers. And yeah, we would go to like Enchanted Kingdom together. It's been really, yeah.
Do you know a lot of Singaporeans here? Because normally for us Filipinos, it's usually them going to Singapore to work, but not the other way around.
So after opening Flock, I'm very surprised that there are a lot of Singaporeans here. So yeah, there are actually a lot of Singaporeans or Malaysian, which I am so surprised. Like there's a group on Facebook, it's called Singaporeans in the Philippines. And then you'd be surprised, like there really are a lot of Singaporeans here. Yeah.
outside the cafe, are there any other avenues where you get to meet those people?
We get invited to events like the embassy, like for National Day. Because we're still so new here, they invited us for a National Day event at the embassy. So yeah, we're still thinking about it. We'll see how busy we get. Yeah, but we try to stay connected to the people of Singapore in the Philippines. Just so everyone can get a little bit of home away from home.
Now moving to the Philippines, do you feel more Singaporean or Filipino?
I feel that now that I'm away from my home country, I actually feel more Singaporean because there's more to miss. So, like, celebrating National Day, it means more to me. Or, like, seeing Singaporean around means a lot to me. Like, oh, okay, yeah, this is legit Singaporean food from a Singaporean. It's different when someone else tells me, like, oh, yeah, your chicken rice is really good. To get that approval from a Singaporean, it's really nice.
What do you miss most about Singapore?
I guess what I miss most is the efficiency in Singapore. So Singapore is really efficient, but I guess I just had to accept. So efficiency, food, the diversity of food in Singapore, and the accessibility, and I guess that's pretty much it.
What is something in the Philippines that you don't get in Singapore?
The pace in the Philippines is really nice, really slow compared to Singapore. I mean, there are fast paced, like if you go to BBC, it's fast. But other than that, like just going out to dine in a different place, you would see like everything is just slower. It's not like people are in a rush. I think that's really nice.
I'm sure that's something that you hope to achieve with your restaurant, provide a ambient space for families to connect.
Yes, yes.
So what was the idea behind your restaurant vlog?
So flock to me, it's also another play by words for like birds, like chicken. But other than that, it's for families to flock together. I think we want to build a place where everyone can feel at home, you know.
If you made it this far, thank you so much. In the next video, our guest shares what's it like running a Singaporean restaurant in the Philippines. So do subscribe so that you don't miss out on that one. I'll see you there.